The knife trembled slightly in my hand, not from fear, but restraint. The silver caught the chandelier's reflection, a fractured shimmer that reminded me of her wedding ring. Across the table, my wife smiled. Perfectly rehearsed, too still, too composed. Her family chattered around us, her father boasting about quarterly profits, her mother pretending to care about art. It was the same scene every Sunday, the same illusion of civility wrapped around quiet rot. Then she cleared her throat. The sound cut through the room like glass breaking underwater. I looked up. "Everyone," she began softly, hand resting near mine but not on it, "I have something to share." I watched her fingers, how they twitched before she steadied them. She'd practiced this. "We've decided to separate." Her voice was calm, confident. She used "we." For a moment, I said nothing. I just listened to the soft hum of the chandelier above us, the dull pulse in my wrist, and the echo of her words pressing against the walls of my chest. Then I smiled, and nodded once. The table froze. Her father's fork stopped mid-air. Her mother blinked. That was my cue. "Before we toast to new beginnings," I said, my tone even, "I should make an announcement too." Her head turned toward me, slow, uncertain. Her smirk faltered just slightly. "I finalized the acquisition this morning," I said. Pause. Her family leaned in. "The company," I continued, meeting her father's eyes, "your company. It began 3 months ago. A late-night call she thought I hadn't heard. A whisper of laughter that didn't belong to me. Then silence. I didn't ask questions, I simply observed. She became careful, too careful. New passwords, sudden errands, smiles that didn't reach her eyes. She thought she was smarter than me. She always did. When you live beside someone long enough, you start recognizing the small fractures before the collapse. The subtle shifts, the perfume that doesn't linger for you, the messages she hides under brightness. It wasn't love that made me stay quiet. It was calculation. I started tracing patterns. Calls made during work hours. Hotel receipts slipped into the trash. Evenings she said she was at the gym. Her story never changed, only her tone did. The way she said my name began to sound rehearsed. So I smiled more often. I let her believe she still had control. Because truthfully, I wanted to see how far she would go. I wanted to watch her destroy herself. And she did, slowly, elegantly, thinking she was orchestrating freedom. I moved quietly, like a ghost in my own marriage. A discreet inquiry at her office confirmed the first lead. A man she worked with, mid-level executive, recently divorced. Her late meetings matched his schedule perfectly. I traced their travel receipts. The same city, the same hotel. Different rooms, officially. But the night clerk's memory was better than the records. I didn't rage. I took notes. I hired a private investigator, not to expose her yet, but to time my silence. Silence, I learned, is the most painful weapon. While she whispered lies, I negotiated. Quietly, patiently, with the same company her father had refused to sell me 2 years ago. He had laughed in my face then, told me I'd never be family enough to sit at that table. He was right. I wouldn't be family. I would be their owner. Every signature I placed, every deal I pushed through, was done with the same calm precision she once admired in me. By the time she came home late one night smelling like cheap hotel soap, the paperwork was complete. She slipped into bed beside me, pretending nothing had changed, and I lay there, staring at the ceiling, counting down the days until the dinner. Until tonight. The truth came in a folder, unmarked, sealed, and heavy with finality. Inside, photographs, timestamps, receipts. Proof so thorough it didn't need words. I didn't confront her right away. I waited until morning, until she made coffee, humming softly to herself. When I placed the folder on the counter, she froze mid-motion. "What's this?" she asked, voice too light. "Read it." She did. Her hand shook halfway through. By the end, she couldn't look at me. "I can explain," she started, but I cut her off. "I already know," I said. "I just wanted to see if you'd lie one more time." Her eyes filled, but not with remorse, fear. She realized then that I wasn't broken. I wasn't leaving. I was planning, and she had no idea what came next. So here we were, at her family table. She thought tonight was her victory lap, the final humiliation. Announce the divorce first, control the narrative, watch me fall apart in front of her parents. Except I didn't fall apart. I raised my glass. "To new beginnings," I said softly, letting the words linger like the calm before thunder. Her father looked confused. "What acquisition?" "The merger finalized this morning," I replied. "Your board voted unanimously. You'll find my name on every controlling share document by tomorrow." The air left the room. Her father's face drained white. Her mother's mouth opened, then closed. My wife stared at me, lips parted, confusion giving way to dread. "You?" she whispered. "You bought?" "Yes." I leaned forward, eyes steady. "Everything you thought you'd inherit." And then I gave her the real gift. "Also," I said quietly, "you might want to tell your lover he's been transferred to Singapore. I signed off his relocation this afternoon." Her fork slipped from her hand. For a long, exquisite silence, no one spoke. Then I raised my glass again. "To truth," I said, "and to endings." The night ended as I knew it would, without applause, without tears. She didn't follow me when I left. Her father didn't shake my hand. Outside, the cold air felt cleaner. The city lights blurred in the windshield as I drove away, each one a reminder that I'd finally done what she never could. I'd let go. Not of her, of the illusion. People think revenge is loud. It isn't. It's quiet, precise, surgical. It's the moment you stop needing them to understand. By the time I reached the end of the street, I felt nothing. No hate, no grief, just clarity. The kind that comes when you've burned the last bridge and realized you'll never need to cross it again. She took my heart, I took her world, and neither of us will ever recover what we lost.